I think we're gonna go into it with high expectations. We lost a lot of seniors last year, but we're gaining a lot of freshmen, and they're gonna come in and make an impact immediately. And then we do have a lot of returning players as well, so I think we'll do really well, and I have good and high expectations for the team this year.
Like Liv said, we have pretty high expectations right now. We didn't do the best last year, so we're looking to improve on that a lot and go out with a bang.
I think really good, actually. They all have their different personalities, and I think they've all found a way to click with one of the upperclassmen. So it's melding nicely. They're doing a good job with training so far, so it's keeping it competitive.
Everything. They have big shoes to fill in, and I'm pretty confident in all of them. We got a great bunch of kids coming in, so I'm really happy and really looking forward to them all getting in there. So.
I think like when you get to your senior year, you just want to have obviously a very successful year and just try and leave the younger players with a good example and a way to carry the program forward.
Just leaving everything out there, I guess, kind of the last time that we'll get to go out there and just to have fun and enjoy it and be successful and just come out with some good memories.
Anyway, I wasn't here last year, so it's my first time to get up here and speak with you guys, and it's great to see the support. It's great to be at the University of Wyoming. Even though I'm going into my second year, I feel like it's my first time to get to address some of the people in here. And just really happy to be here. Our first year, I think, it was up and down. It was good and kind of faded towards the end, unfortunately. But you know, I think we've got a group that's coming back, that's hungry. We enjoy the team we've got. We really like the girls that we've got that have coming in to play this fall. I feel like it's our first recruiting class going into this fall. When you get here with the women's soccer timeline, believe it or not, we're actually done with our 2014's next fall recruiting. And that's just the timeline. That's the way it is. We're actually working on sophomores, believe it or not. And that's just the timeline at the Division I level and this level. And so it's great to see so many new faces that we've actually felt like we've gone through the full process with and bringing them in. It's been fun. We're 3 days into camp. Girls have started working, and they're working hard, and now they've got ice bags everywhere, and they're starting to walk a little slower now and starting to limp a little bit. So now we're starting at the point where we can start to back off a little. But I can tell you in the first 3 days, we're pretty excited about what we've seen. I like the freshmen that we've got. I like the returners that we've got. We got a few people a little nicked up going into the first couple weeks, but nothing major, which, knock on wood, that's what you want. We should have everybody back, hopefully within a couple weeks of starting the season. And that's the one thing I think we missed last year, which is why we had such a strong start and faded. We didn't have depth. And, you know, unfortunately, when you play this many games in such a small time frame, and then obviously you get into the conference and, you know, you get in a conference tournament, you potentially could be playing 3 or 4 games in a week. You got to have depth. You got to rely on depth, or you're going to start to fade towards the end of the year. And I think we got deeper this year, and that's something that we needed to do. I think we've addressed that. We got buy-in from the team. I think one thing that I'm learning, and maybe Coach Berryhill learned, is when you go through that first year, you don't really get to know the players until their feet hit the fire and they're in a game situation. You can do all the practicing and training you want, but when you see them in game environments, see how they respond to different things, hostile environments, referees, other teams, whatever it may be, that's the true test. That's when you start to learn your players, and we've learned our players, and I think we've got the players that are there. They're in place. Honestly, I expect our goals don't change. Our goal is to get to that conference tournament and win it. I think once you get there, anything can happen, and that's the greatest part. And obviously that happened with the women's soccer program 2 years ago, making a run all the way to the championship. So we expect to be back there. I think we've got the talent. Obviously, you got to stay healthy to do that. With me, one of my assistants, Bob Casper, he's new with us. He's here today, so welcome him. You know, be as friendly and as gracious as everybody's been to me along the way. And really appreciate again the staff, the other coaches. Tell you what, man, 8:30, 9 o'clock, I think I put in a long day and I see every light on in the hallway. So everybody's in there working really hard, and that's kind of the neat part about Wyoming. We really enjoy the state support. I think there's nothing like that. I mean, honestly, I've thought about a lot of places. Where else are you the only four-year institution in the state? And where else do you have the state support? And the difference, I'll tell you this, that I've seen, win or lose, people are there for you. And that's different. I think a lot of places people will be there on the good days. On the bad days, everybody disappears, and you're looking around and you're standing there holding the sack by yourself. And here it's like people are like, hey, get back up on the saddle, get back in it. You're good. Get the next one. And I think that's the cool part about Wyoming. That's the part I love about being here. And I tell you what, we're going to give everything we got to make sure we produce it on the field. So. Obviously, if there's anything we can ever do to help, we will do that. We appreciate the support from everyone, and at the end of the day, go Pokes.